Hey everybody, welcome back to another LEGO Room vlog. Today we're going to be working a bit on the LEGO City, and I'm also going to be finding a home for the newest, largest LEGO set of all time, which is the Eiffel Tower. Holy cow, 10,001 pieces. This thing is absolutely enormous. Standing 4 feet, 10 inches. I built it the other day. Check it out. I put together a time lapse here, building it over a very short period of time. There we go. Whipped it together pretty quickly. But yeah, I want to place that potentially here in the LEGO City. We're going to be trying that. A lot of people have been telling me to place that big thing in the LEGO City. So we're going to attempt to do that, I guess. I don't know though. Honestly, this thing is huge. Look at the base of it. It essentially will take up 4 base plates. No, more than that, because it's 23 inches wide or something like that. So it's bigger than a 4 base plate plot, but it would be pretty neat to place this gigantic set in the LEGO City because it would add some height, maybe to the back corner by the loop coaster over there. That's probably the only spot where it's going to fit. Now I did clear this spot specifically for it. So if I put it in the LEGO City, then all that goes to waste. No, I'm just kidding. I still much prefer the LEGO room like this. We removed those 2 cabinets and it makes this hallway just so much bigger. I don't know if you noticed, but I filmed a video here the other day and there's just so much room to walk around the table, and it's actually a really cool backdrop. So I'm really happy that we did that. But why don't we move these 2 pirate ships right here and place it there just to see what it looks like, because that was my original idea. You want to see something crazy satisfying? I fit it right in this nook here, between the cabinet and the wall. It's like the exact fit. That is actually insane. And that allows me to push it in an extra 1.5 inches and make it perfect with this cabinet. Holy Toledo. What? Did that really just happen? That is actually insane. So I actually really like my original idea. It looks super good there. It's like a perfect fit too. It does come out a little bit, so I've got to be a little bit careful coming around that corner there. But honestly, the cabinet that I used to have there came out even further. You know what I could do, and a lot of people have been telling me to do this, is build a platform for it and put caster wheels on the bottom of it so I can wheel it around. But honestly, because this thing splits apart in so many different sections, it's really easy to move around. But I still might want to create a white box for it of some sort so I can lift it up off the ground, maybe like a foot. But I don't really know if it needs it. It sort of fits perfectly there. I'm sort of talking like I'm not going to put it in the LEGO City, eh? I'm like, yeah, this is where it's going to go. This is definitely where it's going to go if I can't find a home for it in the LEGO City. I just don't really know how it's going to look. I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to try. Now, if it does go in the LEGO City, I have to make it so LEGO trains can run through the bottom of it. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's not good. That's got to be fixed. Okay, roger that. But yeah, if I do put it in the LEGO City, then trains have to run underneath it. So I've pretty much got to wipe out all of these micro scale details and then set up a train track so the trains will flow underneath it. And probably the best spot for it, like I just mentioned not too long ago in this video, would be in that far corner over there where the loop coaster is, and also the burrow and the haunted house. So it doesn't really match, the Eiffel Tower vibe, but I guess it sort of is on the backside of the amusement park, which potentially is proper because Epcot has a little mini Eiffel Tower, and so does Las Vegas. So you can see the base of the Eiffel Tower is 22.5 inches or 57 centimeters. I'd want the train to go through the center, which is exactly 1 foot approximately, 12 inches or 30 centimeters. So wherever it sits in the LEGO City, I'd have to make sure the train is 30 centimeters away from the wall so that it can run through the center of the Eiffel Tower opening right there. I don't think it should be right aligned or left aligned, because then it might run into this roller coaster track and then I'd have to repair it for the 43rd time. See, that's sort of an issue. I'd have to move my track because there's the 1 foot mark. So I'd have to move this track over to here. Therefore, it would have to turn, I'm going to use this as my pointer here, it'd have to turn earlier, and that would significantly reduce the amount of space that I have here in the amusement park. Yeah, so I don't know where I'm going to put it in this corner if it is in fact going to go in the LEGO City and if it is going to go here in this corner. It is a 22.5-inch square, you see right there, and that is essentially from the edge of this base plate to our tunnel right there. So it would take up this entire quadrant. I would have to relocate this train track. It would have to turn earlier, which I'm okay with, but then that turn is going to come here, and turns are pretty wide, so it actually reduced the amount of space in the amusement park even further. I'd have to find a new home for the burrow, which is no big deal because I want to find a new home for it. It doesn't really make any sense here, to tell you the truth, nor does the haunted house up there. I've got to find a new home for that as well. I've just sort of placed it up there temporarily. And yeah, I've got to get working on this area in general, so I don't really care if anything changes here, to tell you the truth. Another option I do technically have is I can shorten my shelves here, and what I could do is stick it in that corner. That corner is very hard to access, but then once again, I'd have to reroute my train track, which isn't the end of the world, but it might be pretty cool to stick right in that corner there, because I have 1.5 inches, I think, of clearance when we place that huge Eiffel Tower on the LEGO City. You're going to see that in one moment here, but there's 1.5 inches clearance from the ceiling to the tip of the tower. At least when I measured earlier, that's the number I came up with. But I would be able to shorten the shelf here and potentially stick it in the very far corner of the amusement park, which is hard to reach anyway. And then it would fill that entire corner. There's the base of it there. You can see the amount of space that it consumes in the LEGO City. It's crazy. More than 4 base plates, right? Which is 4 modular buildings. A lot of space. I mean, I know our zoo takes up a lot of space, but the zoo has got a lot more going on for it than the base of this. It's going to be a lot more detailed and have a lot more storytelling and enclosures and stuff like that. That's going to look really good. But yeah, I don't know. We'll place the whole thing here just so we can visualize how big it is in the LEGO City. If I have to stick it in the corner, technically it's going to take up even more space because then I have to reroute my train lines and they have to do some weird ziggy-zaggy stuff to get through here. And then it pretty much eliminates my whole idea for the train lines coming this way and also going around the amusement park. So I'd be starting from square one there. I mean, it could potentially go here. I don't know where else it could go in the LEGO City. Like, the city's already looking pretty full, and I can't really sacrifice like 5 or 6 more base plates anywhere to accommodate this. This is like sort of the spot. This is the corner that I had in mind where it has to go. Maybe we'll potentially have a bigger space for a bigger LEGO City one day, but there's a lot of hoops that I have to jump through to make that happen. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that right now. I'm pretty cozy down here in my little LEGO room, my big LEGO room. I'm pretty cozy down here right now. We got a lot of stuff going on and making lots of positive changes, and I love the direction that it's heading. So like I'm pretty like happy with what's going on right now. Another idea would be to place it on this platform right here where the Winter Village is. Then when you come down the stairs, it's right all up in your face and it looks fantastic, just like the Star Destroyers were and also the Millennium Falcon once upon a time when we originally made these changes. Okay, here we go, everybody, right up to the ceiling. Not much clearance at all. Woo! That's crazy. It almost looks a little bit crooked to me. Is it because I've moved it around too many times now? I hope not. Or is it because it bridges onto the table? Probably. Maybe these tables are slightly different height. I don't think so, though. Maybe it's my mind. I hope it is. It looks pretty straight, I guess. Woof! Look at that thing, though. It is huge. Oh, my gosh. Like, what? It's ridiculous. Okay, I won't lie. That looks pretty sweet. It adds some really nice height to that corner. I think if I were to do it, I would have to do what I was mentioning earlier and get it jammed into that corner there. Oh, my gosh. That actually looks pretty sweet. Like, look at the height. Oh, wow. That's so cool. It just goes to show you how big this thing is. Like when you compare it to anything else in my city, like specifically the loop coaster. Look at the loop coaster and then look at the Eiffel Tower. Holy crow. Or my new double daily bugle. Or the Avengers Tower. It's just towering compared to those builds there. That is crazy. Oh my word. What would you do? Would you keep it in the LEGO City? Would you somehow work it into the amusement park here, get it into the corner over there, have the train run under it, or reroute the trains? How would you make this work, everybody? It's going to consume a lot of space, right? You know what the Eiffel Tower in the LEGO City does? It puts it into perspective how big this room actually is. A lot of people that come down here, they're like, oh my gosh, like I watch your YouTube videos or I see your Instagram, but when I come down here, it's like, whoa, this is a lot bigger than the images and videos portray it to be. And the Eiffel Tower just really puts that to scale. Like Eiffel Tower for scale, everybody, that is the world's largest Lego set. And look how small it looks in this room. Like this is a big Lego room and a big Lego city. That is the largest Lego set ever produced and the tallest one. And look at how small it looks in the room. That is incredible. Another reason why I love the fact that I got rid of this shelf here is that we can come way back here and just get some epic angles of the Lego room in the Lego city. Just like this one right here. I'm running into Metalbeard Sea Cow, almost knocked it off a box. But look at that. Isn't that epic? Incredible. Wow. It does look pretty good here in the Lego City, though, and would be a really cool attraction for the amusement park. I've got to somehow get it into that corner, though, I feel. But then, once again, I'm going to have to reroute the trains. Maybe it just sits here. Not bad. And then, I guess, the Disney train can maybe turn a little sharper and come through here. Or I can turn the Disney train earlier and have it come through here, because that will actually give me more space over here to slide my roller coasters over, or whatever rides are going to go there, whether it be the Haunted House or the Frozen Ice Castle or whatever it may be. And then I could have the Eiffel Tower as an attraction here in the amusement park. It does take up a ton of space, though, so there's a lot of give and take with it. I don't know what we're going to do. It looks pretty good over there. You know what? I had a family day today. I hung out with the kids and the wife pretty much all day, and I just wanted to quickly place this Eiffel Tower in the spot that I made for it and try it out in the Lego City. And I actually think it looks pretty good. Better than what I thought it would look like in the Lego City. I think it could potentially work, and it actually adds a lot of nice height there. And we could somehow get those trains going under there and somehow make it work. It's too bad I don't have the clearance to raise it up off the ground, because that's what I would love to do. I'd like to just build a platform out of melamine and some legs like I did with my other platforms there and like I did with the Winter Village, and build a platform for it so that the trains can just pass through underneath and then I don't have to worry about it. But I literally don't have the height clearance. If I had a big warehouse with big clearance, like a big ceiling, a big tall ceiling, I would be able to do that, but unfortunately I can't do it down here. I mean, ultimately, if I run out of space in the Lego City, things like that are going to go. I'll try and potentially do it, you know, when I have more time, work it in there, and we actually start working on the amusement park, work it in there so it's more permanent, and sort of figure something out there. So I'll probably try it there. But if I ever run out of space in the Lego City, it's going to be one of the first things to go. Guaranteed. Everybody, let me know what you think by comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.